Hi, namaste.
Hello, welcome back to another episode.
In the last episode, we spoke about global war zones and why exporters and importers need to review their cover before the new year.
Today, we are staying closer to home because some of the biggest losses are in fact happening right here along India's coastline.
That's so true. When people think about cargo loss, they usually imagine mid ocean storms or accidents abroad.
Hmm,
But in reality, many large claims are coming from our own ports, depots, and coastal waters.
absolutely. Climate volatility has made the land leg and the near coastal leg just as risky as the sea leg.
Yeah.
Heavy rain, stronger winds, and unpredictable weather conditions are now causing cargo damage even before the vessel starts its journey.
Yes, ports along the west coast, especially during monsoon, are dealing with more waterlogging, stronger winds, and extended shutdowns.
Yeah, and on the southern coast, rough seas have triggered incidents that go beyond cargo damage and spill into environmental liability.
Absolutely. So, before we talk about high seas and international storms, we need to talk about what is happening right here at home.
And the pattern becomes clearer when we look at what has happened along our ports and coastal routes recently.
Not just delays or minor disruptions, but losses that start at the port gate itself.
Absolutely. And in some cases, incidents at sea that lead to liabilities far beyond cargo damage.
Now, these examples highlight the gaps many businesses do not notice in their policies.
Yes, let us break down what they mean for exporters and importers in India.
Let us start with something many exporters dealt with recently, the situation at Mundra port.
Yes, so this is how it played out. During the monsoon, the port experienced heavy rain and severe waterlogging. Some depots were filled with mud and standing water.
Yes, and that caused two big problems. First, direct cargo damage. Goods stored in open or semi covered area were exposed to water and muck.
Mhm.
Machinery, cartons, components, many consignments were affected.
Yeah. Second, operational delays. Movement inside the port slowed down. Containers could not be shifted on time, gate operations were disrupted, exporters missed cutoffs, and importers faced longer delivery cycles.
Yes. But here is what many exporters did not expect.
Mhm.
The biggest losses at Mundra did not happen at sea.
Okay.
They happened inside the port before the cargo was even loaded.
Exactly. And this is where most policies fall short. Marine cargo insurance does not automatically cover the port stage unless you have warehouse to warehouse terms built in.
Which means the journey is protected only if the policy clearly extends from the storage point at origin all the way to the final delivery point, including every movement inside the port.
And at Mundra, that was the gap. Water logging, mud exposure, and handling delays all happened before loading. Without warehouse to warehouse cover and natural calamity protection, many of those losses would fall outside a basic policy.
Yes, this is why port side protection matters.
Mhm.
It ensures cargo is covered during storage, during transit inside the terminal, and during weather events like heavy rain or flooding.
Yeah, but let us not forget that port side loss is only one part of the story. Weather can also trigger environmental liability at sea,
Mhm.
leading to consequences far beyond cargo damage.
Yes, many exporters assume environmental loss is a distant concern. But the Kerala incident showed how quickly it can affect every part of the supply chain.
We are talking about the MSC Elsa 3 sinking off the Kerala coast. The
Yes,
vessel went down due to rough weather, causing cargo loss and also a spill of bunker fuel into the surrounding waters.
yes. The cargo loss is simple. That is covered under marine cargo insurance subject to the policy terms.
But the environmental damage was a different story. Cleanup of the oil spill, restoration of the coastline, and compensation for affected fishing communities fell under liability.
All these costs come under the Vessel Operators Protection and Indemnity Insurance, also known as P&I.
And here is the gap once again. Cargo owners sometimes think their marine policy will respond to pollution related losses, but it will not. P&I is the ship's liability cover. Marine cargo insurance protects your goods, not environmental harm.
Exactly. If the vessel operator has weak P&I support, the cleanup process becomes slow. Authorities may detain the vessel or delay cargo discharge while responsibilities are sorted out.
Yes, this delay indirectly affects cargo owners because their claim, recovery, and delivery timelines all get pushed out.
So, what can businesses do to stay protected as these weather risks become more common?
First, check if your policy covers the full journey. That includes storage at the port, movement inside the terminal, and exposure to rain, flooding, and water ingress. Many policies do not cover these stages unless the right extensions are added.
Second, ask your broker about the P&I strength of the carriers you use. A vessel with strong P&I backing handles pollution claims faster, which reduces delays and keeps the supply chain moving.
And next, see if your cargo needs extra protection. Perishable and moisture sensitive goods often need extensions for deterioration or temperature deviation, especially when weather delays are expected.
Yes. Also, keep your documentation clean.
True.
Log storage times,
Mhm.
packing details, and handover records.
Yeah.
Good documentation helps avoid claim disputes during weather disruptions.
And lastly, review your cover before the year end. Insurers tighten terms during peak season. Securing the right extensions early helps avoid price jumps and capacity issues.
Absolutely. This is where ongoing guidance becomes useful. Having a team that monitors port conditions, climate risks, and insurer updates can make renewal decisions much easier, which is exactly what we specialize in at Mahindra Insurance Brokers Limited.
So, if you want to review your cover or understand how these incidents affect your policy, visit www.mahindrainsurancebrokers.com and speak to our experts today.
That is all for today's episode.
Until next time, bye.
Take care. Bye.